Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Wanna, and we'll end up cabling this on 4th fret to kind of match the recording. We'll walk through a couple things in root position. There's this kind of ambient background radio coolness that kind of is in the background at the beginning of the tune, and then you may want to kind of kick it off with kind of an open A, 2nd fret on the D, and then 2nd fret on the G string. It's kind of a O2-2 to lead into our main chorus progression. Kind of O-2-2 or A is kind of a lead-off loop. And then we go into our main chorus part on a C major chord. I normally do this first finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the A string 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, the beautiful sounds of C major. Now you may also dig on lifting off the 1st finger, making that a C major 7, or adding in the pinky on the B string 3rd fret for C major 9, and kind of say some stuff around those, around that chord. Or another way to play C major 9 is to do 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the A 3rd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the C, we'd be going to a D major chord. I normally do this 1st finger on the G 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the high E 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And you may also dig on lifting off the 2nd finger and making that a D sus2, or adding in the pinky on the high E 3rd for a D suspended chord and kind of say some stuff around the D major. And then from the D, we'd be going to an E minor chord. I normally do this 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And you may also dig on adding in the 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, kind of working that for your E minor chord. And then from the E minor, we'd be going to, there's this really cool hit, and you could almost kind of leave it out and just generalize and just keep playing E minor. But on that 2nd E minor, you'll kind of hear this hit, actually. If you're doing downs through the progression, you have kind of C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, E minor, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, E minor, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's this cool hit to a B flat, and I was really digging on a B flat 9 for this, kind of doing I'm doing 2nd finger, but I guess you could do this 1st finger too. The 2nd finger on the A string 1st fret, 3rd finger over the G, B, and E string over the top. And that's a B flat 9, which is a very, very cool hit. Awesome voicing, I think, kind of for a 2 hit before we kind of lead into our verse. It's kind of like this little accent at the end. And you could even do a B flat major chord. Normally do that 1st fret bar, 3rd finger over the D, G, and B string, if you kind of dig on the B flat bar chord. Or you could do it as a B flat 7 by doing a 1st finger bar, 3rd finger on the D, 3rd fret, pinky on the B string, 3rd fret. So you could use any of those to kind of accent it that way. I thought that was really hip. So through that with the downs, you'd have kind of that C, D, E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, B flat is kind of a hit. Or you could use a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So you took the C and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, which would be a really slow pace for the tune. Now the weird part is that E minor, B flat, and you may want to do the E minor with a down, down, up, before you go to that B flat. That's kind of that hit. So you'd have the C, note strum pattern, what I think really kind of matches the drum feel, is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the C and do it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the 1st beat. Then on the 2nd beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 down. And then on the 3rd beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And then on the last beat, you go down, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, so all together. Yeah, that through the progression. The weird part is that E minor, B flat. You may want to do the E minor down, 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 up, down, and then hit the B flat for the last down, up, down. So all the way through the verse that way. You know, C, then we'll be going into our main verse progression. And our verse progression starts on an A minor chord. Normally you do this first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the D second fret, and third finger on the G second fret. And if you strum all those together, ah, the sad sounds of A minor. Now you may also dig on lifting the first finger, make that an A sus2, or adding in the pinky on the B third for an A suspended chord, and kind of say some stuff around the A minor. Or you could lift off the third finger, make it an A minor 7, or add in the pinky on the high E third for an A minor 7. Or you may dig on an A7 sus by doing first finger on the D second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Kind of working that for the A minor. And we almost kind of end up halving our A minor into a C. Kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4 C, 1, 2, 3, 4, then D. On the down, up on the A minor C. You may want to do just a down, up on each of those chords. Kind of A minor, down, up, C, down, up. Or you could split the pattern and do the A minor on the down, up, and then go to the C for up, down, up. So through the verse that way, you have the A minor, C, C, you can do a down, up, kind of half the pattern on each chord. Or you can split the pattern by doing an A minor with down, up, and then go to the C for the up, down, up, down, which is very hip too. So you have A minor, C, those parts until we get to our bridge idea. And our bridge starts on the C, kind of do that for A, and then we go to D, but then we make a change to an F major chord. And normally you do this as a first fret bar. We'll talk about some easy options here too. But then 2 on the G second fret, third finger on the A third, pinky on the D third. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major bar chord. Sounds really happy. Or you could substitute in an F major 7 by doing first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the G second fret, third finger on the D third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7. It sounds really, really happy. Now you may also dig on an F major 13, especially if you're digging on that C major non-voicing, by doing first finger on the G second, second finger on the D second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. And we kind of split the F with an E minor, kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go to a G major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the A second, second finger on the low E third, third finger on the high E third. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. And you may also dig on putting third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, and now working that for your G major. And we end up halving our G major with an F major at the very, very end of the bridge. So if you're doing the downs idea, you'd have the C, D, F for 4, E minor, G, F, or the down, D, down, F, down, E minor, down, G, down, F, down, that half idea or the split idea. Or if you're doing the 16th, and then on the F, E minor, G, F, you're going to do the down up on each of those chords. Or you can split the pattern like we were talking about. way. You have the C. From there, then we'd kind of be repeating our verse and repeating our chorus, and then going back into our bridge and kind of to an E minor for our outro. Now the weird part is to play along with the recording, then instead of starting on a C major chord, they're starting on an E major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you end up put the capo on the 4th fret, then now your C is really an E major chord, and your D is really an F sharp major chord, and your E minor is really a G sharp minor. The B flat is really a D, and your A minor is really a C sharp minor, and the F is really an A, and the G is really an E major chord. But take it from the very beginning, you can really work that little lead off like that O2 2, and then go into kind of our C, or if you're digging on the down, down, up, up, down, up, you have the C, D, E minor, D flat. Or if you're digging on the 16th, you have the C, our verse part. You can work that any of those ways too. So A minor, C, D, E minor, or if you're doing on the down, down, up, up, down, up, A minor, C, D, progression twice, and then we go back into our chorus part. So we're going to C, D, or something else that I like to add to a song like this too is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass for the chord. So on the C, you'd have the A for the bass. On the D, you'd have D for the bass. On the E minor, you'd have low E for the bass. On the B flat, you'd have the A for the bass. On the F, you'd have the low E for the bass. On the bar F, on the F major 7, you'd have D for the bass. And on the G, you'd have the low E for the bass. So we try that next chorus with the bass down, up, down, up. We have the C. Pattern, you can add basses to that and make it a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or a bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or a bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. That'll be cool little variations. So you have the C, our next verse. Now the weird part about the A minor C there is you may want to do a bass down up on each one if you're doing the bass down up, down up, or you could split the pattern. So the A minor, the bass, down up, C, up, down up can be very cool too. So the A minor, C, D, bass down, down, C with a bass down, down, up to split those chords. Or you could do the A minor with the bass down, down, up, and then go to the C for a up, bass, down, up, down, which can be into our next chorus. Right, our C. Then we'll be going into our bridge part. And on the bridge, actually, you could do that with a bass down, up, down, up. And on the F, E minor, you may want to do just a bass down, up on each of those chords. Or you can kind of split the pattern between those chords. Kind of F bass, down, up, E minor, up, down, G bass, down, F, up, down, up. And get to that part. So you have the C. Sixteenth, and you could add basses to that progression by doing the F, down, down, up, E minor, down, up. So kind of a bass, down, down, up on each of those chords could work. Or you can split the pattern. You can do the F with the bass, down, down, up, E minor with the up bass, down, up, G with the bass, down, down, up, F with the up bass, down, down. So through the bridge that way. Then C. Our next verse. Now, if you know there are licks around these chords too, feel free to take this lesson and kind of run with it any way you want to. Kind of playing around with hammer-ons and pull-offs around the chords, or hammer on into the chord can be kind of cool. So feel free to kind of take this lesson and kind of run with it, kind of make the tune your own. For our third verse, and then from there, then we go into kind of a double chorus idea. So it's C. Then we'll be going into our next bridge part. So now we're C. That's the basics of how you can strum through Wanna. So good luck.